Alright, I think we take a look around because this is a special location, or a special situation rather. And yeah, we need to see what's up in the city and all that. I'm going over the plans of operation one more time for good measure. I trust you studied them thoroughly yourself? Right, Bennings? Of course, Detective. Good. The outcome of this operation rests on your shoulders. Make sure you're fully prepared. Negligence is never an accident, but a choice. Good saying. I will accompany you on your mission to take back Orchis Tower. You should also use this opportunity to make sure you're fully prepared. Good advice. It will be reassuring to have you with us, Detective Dudley. Don't make too much of it. I simply can't trust the President's arrest to be as this alone. If we're on the same page, then let's not waste any time and get going. To think the President secretly had these magical night things in his back pocket, it's madness! They're a real threat, but I think we managed somehow. The one silver lining in the situation is that there's no sign of those magical constructs breaking in yet. That said, I wouldn't rule out the possibility if this drags on much longer. Fingers crossed we're able to break this deadlock before it gets to that. We're going to have to keep the safety of the civilians our highest priority when we break into the tower. We can't fight alongside the rest of you, so I'm going to do my part to make sure everyone in range of operation is evacuated safely. Thank you, Rebecca. That wall is just as crucial as any other. That's right. We do everything we can to reduce collateral damage, but be careful all the same. After the declaration of invalidity, more officers down at headquarters are willing to lend us their support. Francis has been acting as our go-between with them. Francis, really? That's right, he's one of many officers fighting the hardest for what they think is right. You kids should keep doing the same. We're going to need something a little tougher than a patrol car if we hope to bust through the defense line of magical constructs. As far as horsepower and top speed go, your team's car is our best bet to get the job done, Lloyd. Right, we make sure nothing stops us from recovering it. Make sure to watch out for yourself, Kate. I will, and good luck, Lloyd. I was still working at the IBC's tech department under the declaration of invalidity. After that, I hightailed it out of there. My Paul David said he still wanted to believe in Lady Maria Belver, so he chose to remain at the tower. Things being what they are, I can't stop worrying about him. Once we hack into the tower, we can stop them from jamming our communications. And that ship you were riding in, the Macabre, correct? We may be able to contact them as well. I see. If you manage to do so, we could also petition Jonah for his aid again. Good thinking, Theo. Jonah would be a tremendous asset to us right now. That's one more reason to make sure we hack into the tower. Any monsters around here? Doesn't look like it. Alrighty, I should do another weapons check before the operation's underway. By the way, I heard you saw Inspector Donovan over at the hospital. How is he doing? Is he holding up okay? He's well. His wife is helping nurse him back to health, and they said he should make a full recovery. Ah man, am I relieved to hear that. With the Inspector out of commission, the rest of us are going to have to work extra hard to pull things together. We're totally about to break into Orchis Tower. This is going to be our toughest fight yet. Once we begin the operation with this, no more turning back? You're right. None of us know for sure how it's going to turn out. We need to be prepared for anything. There's still some time until then though, so if you have any last minute errands to run in the city, this is our chance. So, didn't get the chance to say this earlier, but it's a relief to see you kids are alive and well. You as well, Chief. We're worried about you. You and everybody else here have been hard at work underneath the city this whole time, right? Yeah, all of us set up base here a while ago and began looking for a way out of this mess. We don't have a luxury of sitting on our asses anymore now that things are hitting the fan though. Watching this operation isn't an option either. There's no room for error if you plan to bring Kia back. We know. You can count on us, Chief. We had to turn to less than scrupulous means to get our hands on these weapons. It's a bad look for us officers of the law to use the black market, but beggars can be choosers, I suppose. As long as I get the job done against those magical constructs, I won't complain. You know, the downtown district is just past the sector's exit. Maybe you could stop by Trinity for a drink while we're here. I'm still on 10 dogs here. I sure hope this operation works out. And where is Risha hiding? Yeah. Risha, I was wondering where you went. Alright, I was taking a moment to send her my chi before the operation. There's a strong chance we'll meet Bloody Shirley inside Orchis Tower after all. Yeah, same goes for Uncle and the others. They're gonna be a real pain in the ass. Yes, but be it as it may, I refuse to let myself fall to them. No good, it won't budge. I believe there's a path beyond here that connects to Orchis Tower's foundation. The president must have disabled it. That would certainly be a possibility. Yeah, they said the gate is locked, but when the platforms aren't working either. Okay. Good. Well, it's gotten into those dump asses. Team up those blue bastards of all people? Don't you think we should join them, though, Jet? Things are kinda going to shit, you know? Well, you're saying, Huey. We're vipers. What makes backstabbing rats like them our prey? Gotta strike them down like... You heard, Walt. The saber vipers are over. When are you gonna get that? Sorry. Just let me think things through. Don't even try to slink off on your own. Damn, I can't believe they team up with those blue bastards of all people. Well, are Luganov, Koki, and Dino thinking? Man, even Jet seems pretty torn about this. He really is, I guess, thanks it to me. So, they are working with the police now. Or with the testaments. Oh, it's you guys. You're safe. You managed to wander with Dudley and the others yet? We did, luckily enough. Thanks again for sprucing Berserker up for me, old man. Things seriously saved my ass while I was out of the city. Ha! Good to hear. Still, better make sure you keep its weak points in check. If that monster of a rifle ever breaks, I can't guarantee I'll be able to fix it with 2 shakes. Yeah, I keep it in mind. As long as you know what you're dealing with, that's good enough for me. We don't know what kind of tricks the president is hiding up his sleeve. You folks are gonna wanna keep your weapons properly maintained? Of course, we'll come to you if you need help. Ah, here. Well, well, looks like we have some special customers in today. Ew! Vazi and the rest of the SSS too. I expected to find the testaments here, but not the saber weapons too. So this is where we have all been. Yeah, we've been hashing out what to do about the situation in the city. But forget that, Val's up with a janky ass outfit, Vazi. And what about Abbas? Is he with you too? Sheesh, settle down, one question at a time, boys. Cut them some slack, your sudden comebacks really thrown these guys for a loop. They're right to be confused, perhaps we should clarify the circumstances for them. True, but we're going to be here all day if I have to explain the parts about the church in regards to the... I promise I'll give you guys a full story later. Does that work for you? Sure, we still need to figure out what's going on outside, though. At the very least, you all seem to have done a good job holding down the fort for Abbas and me. Of course we have. Abbas did promise you guys would come home to us before he left. We couldn't just turn our backs on the neighborhood in the meantime. Don't think Saber are doing any of this for you, Vazi. No matter what happened so far, we want Walt to have a place to come back to when it's all over. Yeah, the downtown district is our home just as much as it's yours. Though Jet and them aren't really on board with that yet. That's so? Well, thanks for pitching in anyway. You're really coming into your own, Dino. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing to be ashamed of, little dude. Back to the matter at hand. I've yet to see any signs of those monsters here in the downtown district. It should be fine for us to leave this area in the Testaments and Saber Weapons care. Yeah, you're probably right. That drops things up here then. We should be going. Keep watching over Trinity in the neighborhood a little longer for me, alright? You can count on it. Be careful, Vazi. I still don't know what the hell's going on, but go crazy out there. This is the only time we're going to team up with those blue bastards for a record. We need to protect the downtown district for when Walt comes back. I wish gentlemen would help out. We're still upset about how Walt left us though, so I can't blame him for too much. I don't know what the hell's going on, but go crazy out there, alright? The Testaments and the Saberverse working together, I never thought I'd see the day. Still, if anyone knows what we're capable of, it's us. I say we're lucky to have them as allies. We'll keep an eye out for everyone down here. Good luck to you guys. Don't go kicking the bucket on us. Ace went to visit his family on East Street. Hopefully things aren't too bad over there. Well, well, if it ain't the SSS. It's been a hot minute. I'm surprised you're all still in one piece. You look like you're doing well, actually. However, you don't seem at least a bit fazed by what's happening outside. I had my suspicion that something like this might happen. For the record, I've been giving Dudley and the others a hand with their little underground resistance club. That's certainly news to us. You went away that there was civilian corporation involved. Not that you're any stranger to working with underground organizations, are you, Ashley? You can say that again. As long as I can turn a profit, I'm not complaining. We're actually in the middle of some emergency prep in case it really hits the fan soon. I pull some real top-shelf stuff out of a warehouse for this. If you need anything, just ask Jingo. Oh hey, if it's my best customers. It's pretty sketchy out there, you know. You should buy some protection. I think we have some grenades downstairs. That would blow those armor chunks up quick. I wouldn't exactly call grenades my go-to choice for self-defense. Probably not now. $50 U material for a divine cloth. We need the divine cloth for the character's ultimate armor, but 50 U material is a lot. Yeah, of course, Miko is not here because he is working at the hospital. Just what in damnation is that blue mist outside? Got to warn the other tenants to stay indoors for now. I'm worried about the state of the city, but I'm even more worried about the safety of Armand and his family over in Libel. My son and grandson are the best things to happen to me in a long time. There must be some other way I can get in touch with them. Ever since the Declaration of Independence, all international communication in and out of Crossbell has been cut off. My son's family is the best thing that happened to me in a long time. There must be some way to reach them. Reach us home? They told us we are being put under martial law, but we never expected it would come this serious. I'm so tense my hands keep trembling when I try to cook. The situation is getting dicey and Crossbell, and I can't even begin to guess how things will pan out. But no matter what happens, I swear I'm going to keep Corona and Lima safe. Mommy and Daddy really look worried about something. I hope everything's okay. My old man hasn't been able to afford any booze lately, but instead of getting depressed, he's... whatever this is. It's like I don't even know him anymore. Wow, Vanstead is way more lame when he's sober. Listen up, Van. You too, young lady. Stay inside no matter what, alright? Don't worry, son. Your pops are gonna keep you and your friend here safe. Cut it out, old man. You're gonna make me bath. He tries, he tries. Wisha, is that really you? Where have you been? I've been worried sick. Shanshan, I'm sorry for causing you so much concern. Yeah, you'd better be sorry, you big dummy. Still, thank goodness I got to see you again. Don't cry, Shanshan. What do you mean don't cry? You expect me not to miss my best friend in the world? I hate you forever and ever if you leave without saying anything again, you got that? Loud and clear. I can't apologize enough, Shanshan. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm happy for the both of you. But even are those things walking around outside? They're not gonna do anything to us, are they? Probably not, but who knows? I'm scared, Dins. It's okay, Lily. I'm right here with you. I'm worried about my stall. I hope Roy and Chairman Morse are alright too. That hubby of mine better be safe at home. I'd have closed up shop earlier if I knew this was going to happen. The situation outside is unimaginable. Maybe we should have closed up shop yesterday when we had the chance. Not knowing how long martial law will be in place is getting on my nerves. What is this nonsense? If one of those monsters outside lays a hand on my restaurant, I cleave it in half myself. It feels weird to be cleaning now of all time. Still, it's not like there's anything better to do. I guess I'll give a hammer if another one's over. It's better than panicking.
かな。ああ、僕って天才だから。わっ、へえ、こんなこともあるのか。ああ、うまくいくかな。うん、なんだこれ。
Not bad. Arcadian Ambrosia. I'm worried for the safety of our street vendors. Many of them insist on keeping their businesses open even after martial law was declared, so I didn't protest. It's my fault they wound up stranded. If anything were to happen to them, it would be my responsibility alone. Don't worry, Grandpa. I'm sure Kronk and the others will be alright. It sucks we can't get in touch with the Civic Center, but the best thing we can do right now is stay put at home. Your grandpa and Roy are standing watch outside. They won't let those scary things get in to us. So don't you worry, Mailing. You've got nothing to be afraid of. Roy and Grandpa told me to stay up here. I'm so scared. First we couldn't leave a city, and now we can't even leave a down building. I miss fishing. We can't fish, so all I can do to pass our time is repair our gear. Things have gotten so turbulent. I hope everyone in America's alright. We carry plenty of preserved food here. So don't even think about using this tank to fish, got it? I admit that actually crossed my mind when they said they want to fish so desperately. But it's for the best, I think. Brace us. The SSS, what the dickens are you doing here? We haven't seen any of you since the day Croix was made president. Good to see you're still in one piece. Hey guys, been a while, hasn't it? We are glad to see you're all okay. That goes double for us. Are my sweet little Tios finally come back to me? Oh, honestly, you all do realize this is not time for small talk, right? Yeah, we all miss each other, but you know what I miss more? Some good intel. Now, get over here and dish. We're up for it if you are. So that's what you've been up to. We didn't have a clue what to make of the situation, but this helps clear things up. My mind was racing all over the place when I heard a red iron had suddenly showed up on the West Highway too. That was actually a Bright Gang, huh? Go figure. Then there's Heyu and the CGF resistance forces helping out at the East and North Gates. It seems you've been calling in quite a few favors, haven't you? What can I say? We are probably a bunch. So the magic golems from the city hadn't been attacking the citizens? Not for now, at least. We've been on alert and patrolling around the area for anyone who might have gotten locked out. But as far as we can tell, there hasn't been a single instance of us walking suits of metal attacking a citizen. The president must have control over them after all. In a way, that's actually a bit of a relief. That doesn't mean all of the people trapped indoors aren't scared of their minds, though. That's right, the longer this goes on, the harder it's going to be to guarantee the public safety. I hear you, the guild can't just sit on its hands on this. As far as we're concerned, civilians are in danger. That's why we're going to help you break into Orchis Tower and arrest Croix's sorry butt. Much appreciated. It will be heartening to have a guild corporation. There's just one thing. I'd bet anything that Arius is waiting up in that tower. He's probably got Maria but an ogre with him too. Not that this is any news to you, but if you break in there, you're going to be in for a fight of your lives. Believe us, we know. No matter the barriers that stand in our way, we have no choice but to overcome them. Well, alrighty, as long as you know what you're getting yourself into. And give us a ring when it's go time. We'll be preparing until we hear from you. We do. See you later. We've had everyone who couldn't make it home take shelter indoors. We didn't have time to check inside all of our buildings, but I'm sure Palace somewhere is safe. The president clearly doesn't care about keeping up appearance of the actions he's taken. There's no telling what turn the situation might take, so be careful. Those magic golems Christ deployed are going to be a headache and a half. We need to take every precaution to ensure no civilians are harmed during this liberation mission. Regardless, unleashing those monsters and letting them roam around the city is unconscionable at the best. We're going to make Christ pay for his crimes. I swear on the name of a supporting gauntlet. Restrictions have been getting tighter ever since the Speaker's declaration of invalidity. They've been cutting down on ambulances. We've been making do with whatever medical supplies we have in the city for anyone who can't be transported to St. Ursula. There's a limit to what treatment people can receive here out of a cathedral, though. It's imperative that the hospital be accessible. That's another reason this liberation mission has to succeed. Something weird happened while I was patrolling outside earlier. I could swear I sensed someone familiar. Could it have been... No way. Forget I said anything. Arius is still on the board. Vasi? You're back! Hey Azure, been a while. What's up with get up? And where's Abbas? That's a long story, one best saved for another occasion. I wish to give you and the boys with skinny eventually, but now keep that sister and kid brother of yours safe. Sure, and yeah, now's probably not the best time. Still get you all right, Vasi. Likewise, catch you later, Azure. The monsters wandering into the streets haven't shown any signs of breaking into people's homes. Too soon to relax around them though, to keep the guard up and the mess is over. It's been such a dear the way he's been helping out here at Akalia. I'll do my part to make sure those monsters out there don't touch a hair on Sonita and Igor's little heads. Izzy's here, so everything's gonna be okay. I just know it. Hazel hurried home from the downtown district. Thankfully, that can't be Yugot enough to stop crying. I wasn't crying. Sure you weren't. You're a brave little boy, aren't you, Yugot? All teasing aside, it's good to have Hazel with us right now. Martial law has been enacted, so it'd be best for us to stay home. I'm sure everything will be alright. This couldn't possibly last forever. I'm worried about our old neighbors from the residential district. I hope Sophia and Cindy are safe. Don't worry, okay, Mary? I'll protect you no matter what. Yeah, right. Marcy left the city. Well, I'll be. It's good to see you kids in here for once. Hello, John. I hope you've been doing well. Your sight for souls. Hard at work, I take it? But why? Some of your friends in the CBD clued me in on what's going on. Things may have gone off a deep end, but I still managed to get some new stock for you guys. Been nothing too fancy, but go ahead and give them a look. Yeah, in case you missed any stuff. Good, I wanted to check here before I went to the upgrade shop. The SSS building. We're home. Finally. You're back. Welcome home, everyone. Let's go. Okay, let's start digging into these hot pots. Kia went out of her way to prepare all of this. There's plenty of meat, fish, and vegetables to go around. So eat your fill, everyone. After that, it's early to bed, early to rise. Really brings back memories. It does. Gets you right in the heart, doesn't it? Building isn't nearly as bad a shape as I thought it would be. Would have thought the defense house would have rummaged through every nook and cranny. Maybe it was because they were being considerate toward Kia. I could see the president wanting to stay on her good side. I doubt they'd want to offend her by destroying a place she loved so dearly. That's some slick thinking. A very unsentimental motive on their part, but I'm happy it stayed the same either way. Copper, it's good to see you safe. Yes, I see. Thank you. Yes, we had to step away for a little while. We'll come back as soon as we can, I promise. What did he say? He has been waiting for us all this time. He's also expressed how relieved he is to discover that his roommates are okay. Is that so? How oddly faithful for a cat. Why don't we give him something to eat while you're here? Cub's really scarfing it down. It would seem he missed the taste of cat food. He supposedly hunted his own prey while we were away. Damn, really, what a badass. I'm not surprised Cobb took care of himself long before we moved in. I don't think the terminal is receiving any power right now. Fortunately, however, it doesn't appear to be broken anyway. Sure, but if we need a terminal, we might as well use the one over in the Macabre. You're right. Let's leave this one be. Yeah, because Noel was leaving officially. And a letter? Wait, look at this. Wait, that overgrown cue ball? Never seen a rock so shiny and white before. If memory serves, you gave this to Key as a present at Michelin, correct? Yeah, we had a little competition for finding white stones. I found this big luck and gave it to Key as a keepsake. Do you suppose he simply forgot it here? Lloyd picked up the white stone. Hey, Lloyd? Everyone? What the? I was happy being with you. But still, even so, this is goodbye. Could that have been Kia? No doubt, but how? My senses tell me that the stone was imbued with some of Kia's residual emotions. As if her hesitations and sorrows were packed into it by force. Kia. The things people are willing to put an innocent child up to. We can't hesitate. This stone is just another reminder of that fact. Kia has been suppressing these feelings since the day we lost her. What they're putting her through can't go on. Not for another second. That's right. Nothing could justify the burden they've placed on her. We're finding our way to Kido and setting this right. If they want to stop us, let them try. We won't rest until we bring her back, smiling face and all. Time to roll, everyone. Wait for us, Kia. We're coming. Received Divine Zero Orb. So what does that do? Prevents all ailments and gives plus 50 to all stats. So main stats. Lloyd, is that you? Oscar, think Andy's you alright. Yeah, we're hanging in here. How have you guys been holding up? Wait, I thought you were on the lam, Lloyd. What gives? About that, it's kind of a long story. Anyway, just heads up, you and the rest are probably going to want to stay here in the bakery until the situation blows over. Got it. No idea what's going on there, but I'll have your word for it. Watch each other's backs, okay? I locked the back door just to be safe. Those monsters look dangerous, but they don't seem to attack us average citizens. Doesn't make them any less creepy, though. We haven't attracted many customers since martial law was declared, so we're using the downtime to develop new kinds of bread. Hard to ignore what's happening outside, though. I wish I knew what was going on. Don't go outside, Pansy. Stay here with me. Winnie is going to be alright. She knows how to take care of herself. What's going on outside? Maria and the president are going to do something about this, right? Kind of, yes. Martial law is getting boring, so I snuck out to play. But now there's all these stupid monsters everywhere. What the heck am I supposed to do now? Being trapped in the city for weeks on end is as bad as it gets. I'm going back to sleep. Wake me up when this is all over. Chihuahua, how can you take a nap at a time like this? We and Chihuahua are safe at home for once, so that's one silver lining. The situation outside has me worried. What kind of mess has Crossbell gotten into this time? Is that you, Lloyd? Where in heaven's name have you been? Do you know if Cecile's alright? We haven't seen her in weeks. Calm down on you, lady. I know it's been a while, but one question at a time. And don't worry about Cecile. She's been doing fine, other than all the work she has at the hospital. Oh, fake ideas, she's okay. You have no idea how relieved I am that you've come back to us. Stay safe and wait things out in your apartment. It's much too dangerous to go outside. Thanks for the offer, but there's something me and the SS have to do. Something important. In the meantime, I need you to stay here until things are safe, okay? Well, alright, I understand. But promise me you'll be careful. If anything were to happen to you, I don't know what to do. I promise, old lady, we'll see you again later. Never my wildest nightmares could I imagine something like this. Pictures. I need to take as many photos as I can and document what I'm seeing. What should we do? Why do things like this keep happening to our city? I should check with the tenants and warn them not to go outside. For the love of goddess, how can that buffoon be worried about his car at a time like this? No, this can't be happening. Is my car going to be alright? There will be Gehenna and probably damage compensation to pay if they lay a hand on my beloved. What the hell is Christ thinking? How could he let this happen? I used to be beyond grateful that he asked me to design the exterior of Orchis Tower, but now I can never trust him again. Those monsters, they haven't been breaking into any buildings, fortunately. That doesn't make them any less frightening, though. Sully's not at home. Oh, it's the SS! Oh, you're Mr. Grimwood's assistant, Pete, wasn't it? What are you doing here, though? Where's Mr. Grimwood? He left to go protest at Orchis Tower after he learned what was happening. I'm in charge of the office while he's out, but I haven't actually heard from him since. That isn't good. What if something happened to him? The president may have had him arrested simply for appearing at Orchis Tower. Another reason to put this crap to bed as fast as we can. Hey, Pete. Did Mr. Grimwood say anything else? Yeah, actually. It was something that struck me as odd. He told me to head to the office and clean his desk once the situation is under control. Clean his desk? At first I thought he asked because he had to leave in such a hurry. But the thing is, even though cleaning the office is my responsibility, he always tells me to keep away from his desk. According to him, it's because there's sensitive material related to his work in there that I'm not supposed to see. What could be sensitive enough that Mr. Grimwood wouldn't even allow you to go near his desk, though? Why would he make an exception asking you to clean it now of all times? Huh. Let us worry about Mr. Grim for now, Pete. You focus on staying safe in here. If we find out where he is, we'll let you know as soon as we can. Thanks, SSS. Good luck. I hope Mr. Grimwood is not in any trouble, but if he is, do what you can to help him, okay? I hope he's alright. What are those monsters outside? They look like they're wearing armor from the Middle Ages. Anyway, you took the risk of coming all the way here to shop. The least I can do is help you find whatever you need. Can you believe those monstrosities that showed up inside the city? Don't tell me this is what the president intended when he enacted martial law. Ah, so scary outside. I hope we and Anhui are okay. Mom and Dad both have high-level jobs at the IBC. They went to work at Orchis Tower when martial law started, so they haven't come back since. What are we going to do? I'm worried about them. Ever since martial law was declared, the government stopped providing us with rations. We're going to run out of food soon if this keeps up. Now's not the time to lose hope. So long as you keep the faith and everyone you care about will have nothing to fear. I know how worried the children must be about Youngs and Marietta, but it's for that very reason that I need to put on a brave face for them. You see those monsters prowling outside? Talk about creepy. But I'm sure Mom and Pops will be alright. I hope. Behaviors are of course not here because they are in America. Yeah, we can't leave the city now, but we can visit the cathedral. My joy at seeing the barrier around the city vanish quickly turned to horror when most armored monsters began to wander the streets. If this truly is President Croiss's doing, we'll never be able to forgive him. I'm worried sick about the children in the city. Hamel, Tamil, please let them all be safe. I'm back again, guy. Back to the city we called home. I promise you I'm going to save Kia and end this madness once and for all, so please, watch over me. The blue barrier's finally gone, but now we've gotten monsters roaming the city. Ever since the Declaration of Independence, fewer and fewer people have been visiting the cemetery. Still, the least I can do is maintain the headstones and keep this place clean. Excuse me, but would you happen to know who this grave belongs to? Ah, you mean you never mentioned it? Suppose there's no harm in telling you. Maybe he had his reasons, but I don't think he'll mind you too much. Pardon? You're implying we know the dude? Well, before we were weathered away, the surnames on this inscription read Grimwood. This is the final resting place of a family Ian Grimwood tragically lost. Mr. Grimwood's family? Is that true? No doubt about it. 15 years ago, Ian Grimwood lost his wife and 2 children to an horrible accident. On the weekends, he comes here to pay respects to his family. The elements may have eroded the gravestone over time, but he prays all the same. I offered to repair it, but he said that maintaining it the way it is now was enough. I see. Damn, didn't realize old Grimsy Grim had been through so much. I'm guessing the man's been too busy to visit his grave since the independence was declared. But maybe you could come and do so in his stead, if you'd like. I'm sure they would appreciate our company. Yeah, we'll be sure to. This grave belongs to Mr. Grimwood's wife and children. Just don't understand. Why did he never mention anything about this? I managed to sneak out of the city and evade martial law so I could come to pray. But now I can't go back. What am I supposed to do? I guess there's only one thing to do. Pray to the goddess that this mess is sorted out soon. Lloyd, Ellie! Sister Marble, it's good to know you're safe. We're sorry to have you worried. Don't be ridiculous. All that matters is that you are all alive and well. What about Kia? Do you have her with you? Not quite, no. We know where she is, but it's complicated. Is that so? Then my worries have yet to end. But this isn't about me alone. All of Crossbell is caught in an inextricable situation right now. Be careful out there, everyone. The last time I saw her was on the day our independence was declared. She hasn't left my mind since. I can only imagine how dire the situation is inside the city right now. If the citizens remain safe is about all I can hope for. The Archbishop feels as though he's responsible for the situation in Crossbell. He's a strict man, even toward himself. But discipline, however, is exactly why he should be the one to guide us the way he always has. The situation has only gone worse, and we still haven't been able to make contact with any of our students outside the city. Oh goddess, please protect them. You're... How's it going, Archbishop Erelda? Nice to properly meet you. So this is the truth, is it, Vasi Hemisphere? All this time you were one of them. I've been so blinded by Reese Argent's arrival that I failed to notice what was right beneath my nose. Only the congregation of a sacrament would devise something so devious. You're right, so allow me to formally apologize on the congregation's behalf. As for a matter of hand, I must take responsibility for having spurned your intervention for so long. After what I've allowed Crossbell to become, I deserve not your apology, but your admonishment instead. Archbishop Erelda, The man's a hard ass even on himself. I always understood why you refused considering your position, but said I appreciate it if you could turn a blind eye to what we're doing here from now on. Don't push it, Vazi. So much for being discreet. I will take it under consideration. There's much I must reflect upon with a clear mind, my past actions included. With that I ran so stubborn, even at my age must reflect on my behavior with a clear mind. The special support section. Lady Ellie, you okay? Helma, Joanna, I'm home. Sorry for worrying you both. Your safety has been the only thing on my minds, my lady, ever since Master Henry's declaration of invalidity. It is truly a relief to see you again. Thank you, Helma. But unfortunately I won't be able to stay. There's something I must take care of, no matter the cost. Can I trust the two of you to continue watching the estate? But of course, my lady. Lady Ellie, everyone, be careful. My lady, ever since you and Master Henry were detained at Mishalam, I've had trouble maintaining my composure. It is truly a relief to see you again. Please be careful. No lie, I'm terrified, but at least Galati and Linda didn't get caught up in this. Mr. Drake is doing everything he can, so I need to keep it together too. Galati and Linda were off when things came to a head, so I can't offer any games on the first floor. But I still can do exchanges for you at the counter if you want. Maybe one of our prizes will come in handy. I figured martial law was just a load of hooey, so instead I came to Barker to have some fun. How was I supposed to know it'd get me stuck here? That's just maybe the biggest scrub of my life. But the old beggar's worried sick about me too. Well, look who we have here. Been a while, Drake. You seem like you're holding up alright. As to you, Randy. Last I heard, you joined up with the Resistance in Mines. It's good to see you reunited with the SSS. Has the casino suffered any damage? Not as of yet, no. I urge you to be careful should you plan on going back outside. We will. You better watch your back too, old Paul. I made the right decision telling Linda and Galati to stay home once martial law was declared. There are only a few of us here, so we should be able to survive on what emergency rations we have. So if you want to play, the only thing we have is the slot machine. Is that the special support section? It's good to see you both safe and sound. Is the rest of the theater here too? Yeah, all of our staff and performing members have been accounted for. We're in the middle of rehearsal on a newly reconstructed stage, as it so happens. The sudden declaration of martial law and lockdown stunned us all, of course. But the troupe came together and agreed to stay here and practice rather than return home. I see, that's very admirable of you. Wait a minute, Risha, is that you over there? Why, so it is. It's been quite some time. I'm glad to hear you're all doing well. Not half as glad as we are to see you, Risha. Thank goodness you've returned. I understand you have circumstances you ever not discuss, but would you perhaps like to watch the troupe rehearse? Everyone, especially Sully, has been practicing their absolute hardest these past several weeks. Huh. They have, haven't they? I suppose I could spare some time. Go ahead, Risha. We were requested to do a special performance shortly after the Crossbell Defense Force formed. But with our cast as incomplete as it is, it would have been impossible, so we asked for more time. Once we regrouped, the troop leader wrote the script for a new performance which we've been rehearsing for weeks. But when martial law struck last night, there's no telling when Archon's Tower will next open its doors. Still, no matter how dire things are, we're determined to perform for public again someday. The sudden declaration of martial law and the citywide lockdown stunned us all. However, we came together as a group and agreed we'd stay here and rehearse. I'm so impressed by how focused everyone has been doing practice. Wow. It's what you see in Golden Sun Silver Moon, if I'm not mistaken. Look at Sully go. Yes, that's why I don't believe my... Risha? Is that you? Risha? It is her. The one and only. There's no mistaking it. This was the final bit of good news we needed. Everyone, I'm so sorry. I see. You're working with the SSS now then? I am. I'm sorry I can't tell you anything more than that quite yet. Once we put an end to this, however, I promise to return and answer for my actions. Oh, Risha, what do you look so hard-pressed for? Huh? She's right. This is a happy occasion. No one said you needed to be sullen about it. Yeah, it's a waste of a beautiful face, you know? Please, Selen, Nikolai. Whatever your reason may be, do what you have to and return to us as soon as you can. Yeah, I for one look forward to sharing the stage with you once more. Theodore, Eugene. And don't worry about your costume. I have it ready for when you make your big comeback. The set will be better than ever by then too. You can bet on that. Karelia. Heinz. It's been so long. I'm sorry, Sully. There's something I've been wanting to tell you, Risha. Archon's Ciel is where you belong. I have no idea what kind of burden you've been hiding from us. But this theater, it's like home. A place to come back to. For you, for Ilya, and for me. Oh, Sully. That's why, no matter what happens, I'm going to keep this place standing, so please. I know. You don't have to say any more, Sully. Don't worry, I'm going to return one day. That's a promise. Good. I'm gonna hold you to that, you know? You better swear it. Cross your heart and hope to die. I swear. I'm happy for you, Risha. Thank you for this, Lloyd, but I think we should be going now. I wouldn't want to distract them from our rehearsal, not to mention we have our own mission to worry about. Yeah, you're right. As always, we'll be here on stage practicing for our performance. Please take good care of Risha SSS. We will. Thank you, Avon. Sully is handling the pressure of being our only princess very well. She'd never admit it, but every move she makes in her performance pays homage to what Ilya has taught her. I can tell Sully has been really putting her heart into her performances lately. Not just in terms of technique either, she has this stage presence now that it makes it hard to pull her eyes away. We're not about to let her show the rest of us up though. Why, Sully, have you grown a little? I'm not sure, eh? It's one of those things you pick up in costume design. I can tell by the way your clothes sit on you. Going to need to make a few more adjustments to them again. Wow, you're amazing, Karelia. Now that I think about it though, you still have quite a lot of growing to do. You had better be eating well in between rehearsals, you young lady. Sure, thanks, Karelia. It's a little heartwarming, isn't it? Almost makes me forget what's happening outside. I can see what you mean. Arkansas has always been off in its own little world, no matter what's going on around it. I wish I good luck with that whole break-in you've got planned. I wish there was something I could do to help, but I'll have to settle for practice as hard as I can until you come back. You guys better make sure you win, okay? We will, Sully. You have our word. Now that I think about it, Sully still has a lot of growing up to do. She's going to become such a fine young lady, I just know it. It would be impossible to fix our old set pieces and automata without the Meister's help. Still, I managed to make the best stage I could with what we got. I'm sure the Meister's worried about his creations too. I keep at it until we contact him again. Yeah, he already said he is going to repair every single one by himself. Some would say the show shouldn't go on, but rehearsing at a time like this isn't appropriate. I couldn't disagree more. When all is said and done, the people are going to need entertainment to get them through this. How will they ever find happiness again if we allow them to drown in despair? Every one of us lives for the stage, and fortunately for us, we still have the support of so many fans. That's why we have a duty to rehearse as we always do, so that they have an Archon-Seer to come back to when this is all over. Martial law was declared so suddenly that it caused a lot of confusion. Still, there isn't much Archon-Seer can do about it, other than use this downtime to crack down on rehearsals. Pardon me, but you're the CPD, aren't you? We are. Would you mind giving us an update on the situation here? Of course, our hotel is currently housing some extended guests as well as others who were forced to take refuge here. Fortunately, we have enough food to last us about a month or so if it comes down to it. But even then, it's difficult to feel secure when the government has left us completely in the dark. We've managed to keep the unrest to a minimum, but there's no guarantee on how long that will last. I see, that sounds like you've been managing well so far. Our team is working to resolve this issue as soon as possible. Can we ask you to keep things under control here for a little while longer? Of course, be careful out there, officers. After martial law was declared and the lockdown was put in place, we immediately began taking in evacuees. What we didn't expect was that blue mist and those monstrous knights. The president really has lost the support of the average Crossbellan. But in all fairness, I imagine people are more afraid than angry right now. Our current guests were provided their rooms at zero cost. That alone is proof enough that Leticia truly cares for people above profits. Fills me with pride to work for someone like her. We couldn't ask for a finer manager. This room is huge. Getting to stay in this nice room is the only good thing to come out of this ordeal. How much longer is this going to continue? Had I understood the gravity of the situation, would have taken us home straight away. We're lucky the hotel was willing to take us in free of charge. It's been a while since we were this busy, if only there were better circumstances. Still, I do everything I can to make our guests comfortable until this is over. That's the Hotel Millennium way. My brother gave me a piggyback ride to the hotel when the fog showed up. He was so cool. My sister and I were heading home when all of a sudden a mist surrounded us. Since then we've been taking refuge here. Honestly, I thought for sure we were gonna die. I want to go home already. Everyone's probably worried about us. What happened to the barrier protecting the city? What in blazes are those monstrosities in the streets? I knew I should have gone home the day Croix made that infernal speech. I'm stranded here. It was utter chaos when everyone came rushing in to get away from the mist. Thankfully those metallic soldiers aren't attacking people, so things have been calming down a bit. Anyway, the sooner the situation is sorted out, the better off we'll all be. I forgot this house. Yep. These three idiots are still here. Hey, am I going nuts? There's a crap ton of monsters outside. What are we gonna do if they come after us? Well, you've got a plan, right? Right? Shut your mouth for a second, I'm trying to think. Damn it, why does everything bad in life happen to us? What did we ever do? I'm surprised the Highbloods are even still in Crossbell. Must have missed the opportunity to return to the Republic. I'm sure they live. At least they can't cause any trouble while we're stuck in here. Why is this happening? Does Adios have it in for us or something? What if someone harms us? The Highbloods? Who are we supposed to hold accountable for that? And you should escape to Calvert when Crossbell declared independence, but no one listens to Reggie. Yeah, idiocy must be punished. Also, monsters haven't wandered into the back alley yet, it seems. I'm not sure exactly how dangerous it is in the city, but you're welcome to check shelter here if you need to. Our club was closed because of martial law, so I came to Eric's and drank myself to sleep. Wait, what's everybody else doing in here? Something going on outside? Talk about a cluster out there. But hey, if I can't bark, then I might as well take things easy and dog it. What am I supposed to do now? I'm supposed to get home. Well, it isn't the SSS. Things are about to get a lot more entertaining around here, now that you've made it back into the city. It's good to see you again too, Imelda, but you do realize this isn't just fun and games and that our lives are on the line, right? I would suggest that you stay indoors if you value your safety. I know. As far as I'm concerned, I have the best seat in the house right here. Now do me a favor and put our dear Mr. President in his place. Did the government intend for this to happen? All the crazy stuff going on in the city? Why didn't they give us more warning about it? Things would have turned out half as chaotic. You're the police, yes? They say you've been operating independent of the CDF, is that true? Yes, it is. We're trying to find a peaceful solution to this whole affair. Has your restaurant been in any danger? No, we've been alright, other than a few customers stuck here, but it's mainly been me and my staff. I would expect the circumstances to be calmer here than at other businesses. But since we're a restaurant, we have plenty of food to go around. I see, that's a relief to hear. But being said, the situation outside isn't likely to become safer anytime soon. Would appreciate it if you could have everyone remain in here for the time being. Understood, ma'am. It's heartening to know the police are fighting back against whatever it is that's going on. Don't you worry, the restaurant is my responsibility. I make sure to watch out for everyone here. All I ask in return is that you be careful making your way around out there. I go to the restroom for one moment and suddenly the blue mist has us stranded. What in the world is going on here? More importantly, what are those giant mechanical knights patrolling the city? They're supposed to be protecting us from Urbonia and Calvert? I'd say we deserve an explanation for this. We deserve an explanation for where those ion things came from, not to mention that barrier around the city. At this point I can't tell whether the government's putting us under protection or even further danger. Mimi and I went to pick Abel up from work, but then this terrifying mist forced us to take shelter here. Supposedly those odd mechanical creatures can recognize citizens, so there's no risk they'll attack us. But even still, I can't describe how terrifying it is when one of those things glances my way. Look at Mimi, though. Despite everything, she still finds a way to smile through it all. Just warms my heart. Guess what? The nice people here gave us all the food for free. It was so yummy. Since I work for the city, I had to stay overtime to help residents find shelter. Didn't have time to go home myself. But somehow Sally and Mimi saw it coming, so they left to find me. Now we're all stuck here. I wish I would have stayed safe at home, but I'm happy to have them by my side. Thankfully, the employees here took us in with open arms. The hospitality has been a saving grace in this crisis. I love watching my cooking bring joy to others. There's no greater honor for a chef. Knowing a customer likes our food so much that they visit even during a crisis like this, that gives me strength. It's pathetic that it took the city falling into chaos for me to realize this, but I finally understand what Brown has been trying to tell me. A chef is only as good as their last customer's review. It's true. For so long I've only made dishes to satisfy my own ego. Can't believe how much of a tool I've been. Miss Ellie and the SSS, what are you all doing? Martial law hasn't ended, has it? No, unfortunately not. I was afraid of that. How's the department store been managing, Neston? Per our customers' request, we have been keeping our doors open for as long as we could after martial law was declared yesterday. But then came a mist. From where staff and customers alike began to take shelter in here. All of us have been trapped ever since. We were expecting to hear some kind of announcement about it tonight. But the government gave us nothing but radio silence. Seriously, what were they thinking? What indeed? Clearly we need to intervene as soon as possible. I know you're all restless, sir, but don't worry, the SSS is currently working to bring an end to the whole situation. In the meantime, we're going to have to ask that you keep everyone in the store until the situation outside is under control. I understand. Tread carefully out the SSS. Before you go, please, take this with you. May it serve to keep you safe. Thank you, Neston. You're much too kind to us. Luckily, food and daily necessities won't be an immediate concern while we're in here. The longer this continues, the more I worry about families at home who haven't had a chance to stock up. Why didn't the government tell us anything? Seriously, what are they thinking? I will have everyone in the store wait out the martial law orders until further notice, as you advised. Tread carefully out there. I hope my daughter was able to return home before the lockdown. We haven't been able to use oral communications since they declared martial law, so I worry about her. I'm actually a big ball of anxiety right now. Being with Southwark helps calm me down, though. I never thought a man could make me feel this safe. Having your loved ones there for you is reassuring during crises like these. Maybe this makes me a sap, but it fills me with courage I wouldn't have otherwise. How long do they plan to keep martial law in effect? Most families likely have no more than a week's worth of groceries stocked up. I deeply dread what might happen if this isn't resolved quickly. At first I thought for certain that it was the CDF who protected us from the Empire's railway guns. But the truth, like most of this whole mess, is making me feel anything but relieved. I suppose all that talk about establishing the United Nations was just for show. I know they declared like martial law or whatevs, but they could have warned us about the mist or those big groggy night guys outside. I so should have gone home. I mean, even if we went home, we'd just end up stuck there instead. Low-key though, I guess I do kinda miss my family. The president was confident no one could attack us so long as we have those ions as weapons, but he failed to mention anything about the armored knights we have marching around town right now. The lack of transparency is troubling, to say the least. All they managed to do is frighten the public. I have no idea what's happening outside. The only reason I hold up in here is because I don't have anything to eat back at home. Guess there's nothing else for it. Might as well repair my balloon pump while I wait for things to die down. The special support section. Lloyd, you're right. By the skin of my teeth, yeah. Some of the other members of the CPD gave us a rundown of what's going on. You guys are working to take care of this whole mess, right? Thank ideas somebody is. Oh, and just so you know, we want to do whatever we can to help too. Yes, you're welcome to use our services whenever you like. Just make sure to stay safe out there. We will, thanks everyone. How did things get to this point? I'm pure pandemonium out there. I don't know if I'm looking forward to seeing what fate is in store for Crossbell. The manager told us to return home after martial law was declared. Manny said she wanted to stay behind and help though, so I decided to hang back too. Bet my dad's worried sick right now, but he'll understand when I tell him. I heard you made it through alright, but it still does me good to see you alive in the flesh. If you ever need work done on your Enigma tools, it'll be my pleasure. I'll get them tuned up good. Okay. No one here, maybe? Upper floor? Someone? Someone, yeah. Hey, it's the SSS. It's good to see you all safe. Grace let us in about the situation you're in, but don't worry, our lips are sealed. While we have you though, will you up to swap a little info on what's going on out there? We'd love to. Well, I'll be damned. You guys are really planning to break into Orchis Tower? Pull that off and you might actually be able to topple this authoritarian regime. No complaints from me, just when I thought it would be easier to get around, this lockdown order went into place. Not to mention all of our comms have been jammed ever since that blue mist appeared in the city. So it's even affecting normal orbital communications. The mist must be emitting some sort of wave that interferes with the signal. Well, my reason to take care of this quick, otherwise the city's gonna get more and more restless until chaos breaks out. I hate to say it, but you're right. By the way, are you three the only ones in our office right now? Yeah, the rest of our staff got stranded while they are out on assignment. Thankfully, we've been able to get in touch with almost all of them. All of them except Reigns, that is. He's the only one we lost contact with. We don't have a clue where he is or how he's holding up at the moment. Reigns? You mean Grace's partner? Yep, that said, he's bound to still be someplace within the city limits. I just hope he doesn't take after Grace and do something reckless. To be fair, he's proven he knows how to handle himself, so I'm not too worried. That about sums it up on our end. I know you guys have more important issues to worry about, so get on out there. We'll be giving out to report on all of this when the news breaks. Until then, gotta speed on the operation. Failure is not an option. Somebody's gotta put a stop to this tyranny one way or another. Right. Reigns is missing. Grace is probably worried about him too. We should try to keep an eye on it. By the way, SS, you've got my thanks for looking after Grace. Take care out there and leave a story of your valiant efforts to us. We're drafting a news bulletin based on the intel Grace gathered for us. Thing is, under the regime, we can't even write about the president's injustices. It's pathetic. That's why I'm betting everything on you guys breaking into the tower. Somebody's gotta put a stop to this. I hope Waynes doesn't do anything reckless, but more than anything else, I just pray he's safe. Is that you, LoH? Oh, thank goodness you're alright. Same to you, Uncle Miles. What a relief. You're telling me. Imagine my shock when I heard you were a wanted man. Still, I knew there had to be some mistake. Not once did I stop believing. Thank you, that means a lot. I know there's a lot to talk about, but we're sort of pressed for time at the moment. The SS is working to resolve this as quickly as possible. Stay inside the building until then, okay? Don't have to tell me twice. You all stay safe too, you hear? By the way, my old Paul Nielsen has been hunkered down here with us. This is one unthinkable situation we found ourselves in. You all stay safe out there. Nielsen is here. I feel just as afraid as when those Jägers attacked our city. Why is this happening to us? Haven't we been through enough? So the president has declared martial law. This may indicate that it has been driven into a corner. Tyranny, however, never lasts. That is simply the nature of a world. Doesn't look like anyone is inside CBD headquarters. Should keep moving. I had a feeling we wouldn't be able to get near Orchis Tower. No kidding. The second one of those things spots us, we'll be calling for reinforcements like crazy. Yeah, and that would be bad news for our operation. Let's get out of here before we get caught. Other than declaring martial law, the president gave us little to no details about the situation. We couldn't have known things would come to this. Most people likely never had a chance to prepare. All we can do is wait for a storm to pass before verifying the safety of the citizens. The Civic Center is currently sheltering those who can't return home while martial law is in effect. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help while you're here. Oh, you're the police, aren't you? I remember you from last time we met. You're Vice Commissioner Pierre's wife, if I'm not mistaken. It's been some time, madam. Are you hiding out here? I am. May I ask if you've seen my husband anywhere? He hasn't been back ever since he told me that he was going to Orchis Tower. No, we haven't. What is he doing at Orchis Tower? I don't know, I didn't ask him. Honestly, how could he just leave me to worry at a time like this? That man is in for the scolding of his life when he gets back. Just sit tight here for now, ma'am. There's a chance he might suddenly show up. Alright, I will. But do get in touch if you manage to find him. Good gracious. Who could have expected any of this to happen? And yet I believed in President Croix. My mom works at the Times department store. Can't stop worrying about her. Yeah, and she's still there. She worries about you as well. Not enough money. Okay. Okay, now we'll take a look around with these two, with Noel and... Probably not many places, but just so I can think, have a specific reaction to Noel or Dudley. Also, Noel could use some experience, I think, because she missed out on the 10,000 experience from defeating Arianrod. Huh? Theo? Something bothering you? It was faint, but I sensed someone over in that direction. My apologies, but I don't believe it should be any cause for concern. Well, alright. Yeah? There's a hole leading into the darkness behind the wooden planks against the wall. That definitely looks like it leads somewhere. A section of a geofront, perhaps? These planks don't seem to be secured to anything. Think whatever you sensed earlier is in here, Theodot? I believe so, yes. That's rather concerning. Shall we go see for ourselves? Check. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to check, just in case. And without delay. So this passage really does connect to the geofront. Indeed, we appear to be in part of a D sector. The presence I detect has gotten stronger. That being said, I can only sense a single person down here. We're behind that door, I assume? Yes, there's no room for doubt. Where are we anyway? A warehouse? Maybe you could try peeking through that window in the door. I can't say either way, but at least we have a convenient way to check. Let's see if we can assess the situation from out here before making any moves. Right, that's correct. Yes, Colonel. Code what? Oh, sorry about that, Director. Force of habit. Wait, I think I recognize him. Is that Rains, the reporter from the Crossbell Times? What could he be doing here? Is that the SSS over there? Mind coming inside for a chat? Damn, that was fast. So much for being sneaky. Never mind that, I think we should listen to what he has to say. Just don't let the guard down. Nice. Got it in one. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you guys. If anything, I'm surprised to see you here. We were thinking just the same about you, Rains. It seems you wear quite a few hats. Junior reporter and photographer for the Crossbell Times, Grace's partner. I think what she's getting at is that there's more to you than meets the eye. So cut the act, buddy. Who are you, really? You didn't bail when you noticed us. Probably means you're ready to spill the beans, right? Of course. Just so you know, the Rains you know was never an actor at all. This is the way I really am. Anyway, the truth of the matter is that I work for a private intelligence agency. Intelligence agency? It's a company called R&A Research. We're based in Liberal Kingdom. R&A Research? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. As have I. Well, we've only just been established, so we're really nothing special. But I suppose Director Richard's famous enough to get people talking about us. Richard? You wouldn't by chance mean the former colonel of the Royal Army? I can't imagine anyone else he could be referring to. Do you know who he's talking about? Yes, his name is Alan Richard. He was the commander of the Liberal Intelligence Division, as well as the orchestrator behind the attempted coup d'etat 2 years ago. He was the one responsible for that? Yes, though I also heard he helped resolve Libert's incident the very next year. Her Majesty Queen Alicia has formally pardoned him as a show of gratitude. So that's what happened. And after that, he used his experience to establish his own research company. Wow, he sounds, well, exceptional. That's a lot for any person to do in just a few years. Dang, you guys really know your stuff. Guess the SSS has a pretty good intelligence network going too. Shouldn't be too hard to figure out my role in this mess from there, huh? Yeah, I think I can do the math. Why reveal this to us, though? Honestly, because I wouldn't mind establishing a working relationship with you guys. Might come in handy. The way I see it, this little talk needed to happen sooner or later. But I should let you know, nobody at BSCNS is in on any of this, not even Grace. Sorry to put you on the spot, but could you do me a favor and keep this to yourselves? From what we've heard, you and your firm seem to be a third party as far as the situation in Crossbell is concerned. As long as you're not causing trouble, we don't have any intention of leaking your identity. Thanks, I was hoping you'd say that. I still do have one question, however. Orbital communications has been jammed since the blue mist appeared in the city. How is it that your equipment is still able to function properly? Oh, this thing? It's affected, sure, but it still produces a pretty strong long-distance signal. Thanks to a mistral, the furthest it can reach is just past Crossbell's borders. Luckily, that's all I needed. The director just happened to be on a business trip to Altair. He was the one on the other end of the line. I see. That you managed to establish contact under these circumstances at all is no small feat. While we're on the topic, the comm device behind you looks like a kind that got built in encryption features. That's some military-grade equipment you're sneaking around with, pal. You sure have a sharp eye. Still, I think it's pretty basic compared to what an army would use. What's important is that it's good enough to avoid being intercepted by the defense force. Though cramming all that efficiency into one device means it costs more than I could ever afford on my salary. That's why I don't move a thing unless I absolutely have to. The Vice Director would tear me a new one if I broke it. So again, I would really appreciate if you could keep this place on the lowdown. That logic checks out. Private agency don't exactly have it easy, do they? Well, you know, it is. Even my problems have problems. Anyway, I think that about wraps things up. Sorry for taking so much of your time. I'm going to stay here and contact as many people on the outside as I can. You make sure to be careful, okay, guys? And good luck infiltrating Orchis Tower. Yeah, wait, I don't remember telling you about that. Whatever, we're short on time, so we should get going. Good luck to you too, Reigns. Keep an eye out so you don't get caught again. I try my best. How do the rest of you feel about this R&A research? I don't know, they sound pretty legit to me. Yes, I wouldn't expect anything less from an agency established by Alan Richard. Well, there's not time to stand around speculating what we're after here. Let's focus on our preparations. We've got a tower to infiltrate. Reigns the intelligence officer. Now there's one I didn't see coming. Noel, is that you? Thank Adios, you're okay, Mom. I'm so relieved to see you. You too, sweetie. It's been so long. You know I have faith in you, but I was starting to get worried. The defense force must have been keeping you too busy to come home, right? Well, about that. Don't worry, dear. I know things have been complicated for everyone when this mess Croix started. I also heard Fran was discharged from the hospital. Are both my daughters working with you, Detective? That's right, ma'am. They're in good hands, and we couldn't do what we're doing without their support. But it's exactly what I was hoping you'd say. You'll be hearing no complaints from me. I want you and your sister to take the path you each think is right, Noel. Choose one that'll let you march on without any regrets, and I'm sure your father will be watching from Adios' kingdom with pride. We will, Mom. Be careful, okay, Mom? Now who do you think you're talking to? I mothered you and Fran, didn't I? You're the ones I should worry about. A Tira bomb and a letter lay in the shrine. As the grass grows and the sun shines, I can sense the turning of the seasons. To you who offer dishes, I pray for your health in the days to come. As for myself, I went to City Hall the other day and came across an old acquaintance from my school years. She's been away from Crossbell for a long while, but returned when her son's family moved into town. Imagine our surprise bumping into one another. Neither of us had changed from our younger days. Had been some time before we last were in contact, and so we reminisced about past trends through the years, as well as our difficulties during the war. Perhaps that fateful encounter was arranged by none other than the great Jizo. But I digress. I will continue praying for your health. Goodbye. And may you be well. I can't stop thinking about what Pete and Mr. Quint told us, not to mention our discussions with Mr. Nielsen. Is something wrong, Lloyd? Has something about Mr. Grimwood's office caught your attention? No one should be in there, last we heard. Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's get going. Huh? Okay, but I end this here, I think, and next time we begin the operation to charge Orchis Tower with our car, probably, if nothing else happens. I think something does, but we'll see. Until next time then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.